May I have your attention, please, for several announcements. May I please have your attention? Due to Harris County Fire Marshal requirements, no one is allowed to stand in or block the aisles during graduation ceremony. You will not be allowed to walk down to the bottom of the aisle to take pictures. All pictures must be taken from your seat. In accordance with the laws of Texas, in the event of an emergency, we ask that you identify the nearest exit to you, which is located behind you. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we ask all parents and guests to promptly exit the Berry Center and the parking lot so the district can prepare for the next graduation. Graduates will meet their parents outside either entrance 2 or 3, depending on the entrance they entered in. We want to thank you for your cooperation, and Cy-Fair ISD wishes you a safe and enjoyable summer. Mr. Brott, if you would please. At this time, will you please rise for the processional and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, our national anthem, and the pledges. Please rise at this time, everyone. Graduates, please face the front. Please remain standing. Please face the front and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Patrick Cherry, and I have the distinguished honor of serving as the coordinating principal at Alief Hastings High School, home of the Fighting Bears. At this time, we ask that you remain standing for the presentation of our colors and the national anthem and our pledges. The colors will be presented today by our Marine JROTC unit. And now, our national anthem. The Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge will be led by our ROTC Unit Commander, Elizabeth Rosales.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. Now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, and indivisible.
Please be seated. The invocation will be given by Class Treasurer Ziyong Mao.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ziyong Mao, the treasurer of the class of 2017. Please bow your head for the invocation. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for years of guidance that all of us to gather here today to celebrate our accomplishment. I pray that we commit to receive our blessing as we continue our journey towards love, success, and happiness. May we hold this memory of our graduation day in our heart as we continue on to the next chapter of our lives. Today signifies that you are capable of ensuring that all of our dreams can be true. It brings great joy knowing that you will be beside us through all the obstacles we face. Thank you for your favor upon us. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce to you Mr. H.D. Chambers, Superintendent of the Alief Independent School District, a recognized district who will introduce our guests.
Good morning. My name is H.D. Chambers, and I'm honored to say I do serve as Superintendent of Schools for Alief ISD. And I just want to say in part to the graduates, it's been my pleasure to play a very, very small part in your education since you were in the 6th grade. Showed up here in 2011 when you were in the 6th grade, and I want to thank moms and dads and parents and adults who entrusted your children in the Alief Independent School District and myself. We have somewhere in the neighborhood of 47,000 students in this district. And every one of them I take serious, and I take my job serious, and I treat them as my own as we have educated them in the time I've been there. I would like to make a couple of introductions, and then I have a few comments to make to you guys, and then we'll move on. First, I'd like to introduce some important adults that have been a part of the school district and the success that each one of you have had, and that's our school board. I'd like to start by introducing our board president, Ms. Ann Williams. Our board vice president, Mr. Rick Marino. Our board assistant secretary, Dr. Lily Trong. Trustee, Mr. Nee Ho. Trustee, Ms. Tiffany Thomas. And we have one trustee, Ms. Sarah Winkler, who's been a trustee for the last 20 years in Alief ISD, who is not able to be here this morning due to health reasons. She has also indicated that she does not plan to seek re-election in November, so it is killing her to not be here this morning. But for 20 years, she has served this community and she has served this school district. And I just want to give a warm welcome and congratulations to Ms. Sarah Winkler. And many of you may know we lost a trustee this past December, Ms. Deidre Jefferson. Deidre was a longtime Alief resident, a graduate of the Alief Independent School District, an employee at Alief, and most recently a trustee. And I can tell you that one of the brightest days of her life was graduation, watching students walk across the stage and receive their diploma. So in honor of Ms. Deidre Jefferson, I just want to take just a moment to recognize her service to this school district and to this community. So we miss Deidre greatly. Some staff members that are critical. I'd like to introduce the Deputy Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Ms. Ava Montgomery, and Area Superintendents Dr. Sue Page, Ms. Nancy Trent, and Ms. Maggie Cuellar. And Ms. Maggie Cuellar, after 32 years of serving the Alief Independent School District, has announced her retirement, so this will be her last graduation. So on behalf of Alief ISD, thank you, Maggie, for your 32 years. So every one of you are here this morning, and you're here for the obvious reason, and it's pretty easy to begin reflecting, especially when you as you get older and you go through milestones like high school graduation and other future milestones you're gonna have. But one of the things I would encourage you to do is to think back not only on the teachers that you most recently have had or those adults who have played a role in your life, but think back to that kindergarten, that first and second and third grade elementary teacher that may have had an impact on your life. Because every adult that's had any influence on you, every adult has been preparing you not for today, but for tomorrow. What happens when you leave here today? Because many of you are going to enter into a world in which the jobs in which you're going to have do not exist right now. They currently don't exist. But I will tell you 3 skills that if you have these 3 skills, regardless of what you do, and I think adults in this building will agree with me, if you have the skill of solving a problem, if you have the skill of working with other people in a team setting, and you have the skill of communicating, both in written and oral, you're going to be just fine, and no matter what you do. The 3 skills: problem solving, working with others, and being able to communicate. Because that is what's going to be critical to you as you enter not only higher ed or the workforce or the armed services, but that's going to be what's important. Couple of little tidbits. You were the last graduating class to probably be born before 2000. 1999. If you think about it, when you started school back in 2004, there was no anything. There was no iPod, no iPad, no Twitter, no Instagram, no Snapchat, we were emailing. That's older people. We still email. I don't know if you guys email or not, but we still email. But here's one piece of advice. Your generation is one of the first generations that your entire life is going to be documented. You have documented in print, in text, in pictures, some good, not so good. But as you get older, be careful what you put on social media. Be careful what pictures you take and what pictures you express, because the whole world is watching. Here's why I say that. In the time that you've been in school since kindergarten, the world's population has grown from 6.1 billion people to 7.1 billion people, with a B, billion with a B. Get a load of this. The year you started kindergarten, there were 2.8 million high school graduates across the United States. This weekend and next weekend and the weekend before this one, over 3.4 million high school graduates are graduating from high schools across the United States of America. So here's the deal. You sitting here today are one of 3.4 million. You're not special unless you make yourself special. Make yourself special, make yourself relevant, and understand that you're in a competitive world. So here's a couple pieces of advice, and I'll leave you with this. First and foremost, brush your teeth every day, all right? Every day. Boys, take a shower whether you need it or not. Every day. Every day. Say yes, sir, and no, sir. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Even if you don't know the person, just say things that are respectful and credible to adults every day. Hold the door open for people you don't even know. Open the door for them. Volunteer in your community. Give back to your community. Have a servant heart. Be a good citizen. Be an informed voter. Know what's going on in your society. Know what's going on in your government at the local level, the state level, the federal level. Be an informed voter. Be honest and tell the truth. The cover-up is always worse than a lie. Tell the truth. You've been told that your whole life. It has never been more true than it is right now. Be grateful. Be appreciative. Be thankful, because listen to this. If you don't listen to anything else I tell you, no one in this world owes you a thing. No one is going to give it to you. No one's going to walk up to you and hand it to you. Not your family, not your government, not friends. Earn it on your own. But be responsible, be accountable for your behaviors. Own what you do. Do not blame other people for your actions and your behaviors. Do not place the blame. Last but not least, if you're going to college, wake up every day and go to class. Go to class. Here's a little secret. 90% of everything is just being there. Show up. Show up. And show up with a pen and a paper, too. Just don't show up empty-handed. If you're going into the workforce, wake up, go to work, be there on time, earn your paycheck. If your employer's paying you for 8 hours of work, give him or her 8 hours of work. Earn your pay. Come in early, leave late. And here's one thing in our society right now, in our economy. As you know, manufacturing, robotics, mechanics, things are taking the jobs that people used to have. You need to make your role indispensable. Be in a situation where they can't do without you. Just don't be the average person. If you are enlisting in the armed services, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, or Coast Guard, would you please stand? If you have enlisted, please rise if you have enlisted in the armed services. Thank you, young men, young women who have chosen to protect our country. On behalf of every one of us, thank you for your service to our country. Last but not least, never ever have more than one credit card. Do not have more than one credit card. Ask your mom and dad about that. They'll tell you what. All right. It has been my honor to serve as the superintendent of the schools for you since you've been in the 6th grade. God bless every single one of you and what you choose to do as you leave here today. But understand and always remember that Alief ISD was your home. Alief ISD will be your home. If you're going into education, come back and teach in Alief. I've got contracts right here. We'll get you signed up. So on that, God bless every one of you, and thank you for and have a great morning. Congratulations to every one of you. One last thing. Family and friends, I have a respectful request to make. Shortly, we're going to begin calling names. And I would request that you celebrate and you cheer for the student you're here to cheer for. But if you would please not use air horns or whistles or anything so that the family who's going to be listening for their child's name will be able to hear it. Celebrate your child's graduation. This is a big deal. But I respectfully request that you clap and cheer and no air horns or whistles or anything of that nature. And with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chambers. I would like to recognize the graduates on the stage and the Hastings staff. Would you please stand as I call your name? Our valedictorian for the class of 2017, Jalila Odubayo. Our salutatorian, Zubayda Agbula. Class President, Rebecca Grant. Vice President, Victor Moreno. Secretary, Gabriel McCormick. Treasurer, Zayong Miao. I'd also like to recognize 9th grade center principal, Janie Saxton. Hastings Associate Principals, Ms. Lynette Miller and Ms. Tiffany Abrams Shelton. Our assistant principals, Mr. Les Crawley, Ms. Denise Fulbright, Mr. Brian Light, Ms. Donna McRoberts, Mr. Adon Morales, Mr. Jimmy O'Connor, Ms. Christina Stewart, Ms. Shannon Wesley, Ms. Sylvia Wilkins, and Mr. Adrian Woods. Also assisting with today's commencement are our registrar, Ms. Sandy Castanon, and Secretary to the Coordinating Principal, Ms. Donna Scott, Secretary to the Associate Principals, Ms. Carolina Caldera, and Ms. Angela Landano. Reading the names of students as they cross the stage today will be 4 of our Hastings teachers. They are Melissa Lopez, David Sinclair, Coleman Wands, and Benjamin Zirkle. And I would also like to recognize all the Hastings counselors who've played a big role in getting you guys to graduation today. Miss Annette Best, Miss Diana Burciaga, Miss Kimberly Jones, Miss Juanetta King, Miss Maria Maya, Miss Valoria Metcalf, Mr. Sebastian Moore, Miss Madalena Noth, Miss Jennifer Peters, Miss Demetria Randall, Miss Mary Spalding, Miss Kathleen Rushing, and Miss Leticia Serrano Diaz. And finally, the attending faculty seated with the graduates, please stand and be recognized. The attending faculty sitting with our graduates, please rise and be recognized. Thank you. And now, the class of 2017 Vice President, Victor Moreno, will introduce our salutatorian, Zubayda Agbula. Victor?
Good morning, trustees, Mr. Chambers, guests, and class of 17. My name is Victor Manuel Moreno. I'm here as the Vice President for the class of 17. I want to start off by thanking my parents, my sisters, and my friends for their endless support and guidance. Their support allowed me to stay focused on my education and encouraged me to push myself beyond my limits. Le quiero decir gracias a mi familia y mi mamá y mis hermanas que me ayudaron bastante. Su apoyo y sin ellos no sé qué podía hacer. Se quedaron aquí por todo el tiempo y les quiero decir gracias por todos y los quiero bastante. This morning I'm here to introduce an outstanding academic performer. This young woman is known as among her peers as a hardworking, dedicated, and driven student. But while at Hastings, she is known for much more than her academic prowess. She was known as extremely active and participant in students' organizations. She was a member of the National Science Honor Society, SAT Scholars, African Student Association, Muslim Student Association, National Honor Society, where she was the treasurer. She also a member of the Big Bear Band and participated in band competitions. Representing our school in both marching band, concert band, she also represented Hastings in UIL events such as vocabulary and spelling and literary criticism. She even found time to compete in some track meets in over the last 4 years. She has gone above and beyond in the academic arena in the AP and dual credit programs, and we all know that was the real struggle. Working to find balance between her academics and her activities, yet all while maintaining her excellent grades and earning her impeccable 4.6 GPA. Although she has taken on a busy schedule, she's never failed to lend a helping hand to her friends in need. She's truly an all-around kind, caring, and selfless person who has brought honor to her family and has touched many hearts, including mine. She has paved her way to success, being so active and plans on furthering her education as biochemistry and cell biology major at Rice University this fall. Please help me welcome the stage 2017 salutatorian and my good friend Sabeda Abugla.
Hello and good morning, everybody. Good morning, teachers, staff, board members, Superintendent Chambers, and graduates of 2017. I know and hope that everyone here is excited as I am to see all of your loved ones sitting in the rows below, ready to receive their diplomas. It's very wonderful to look into these gathered here today and see the diversity here represented as well as the potential of an ideal world here. How those here today interact in the spirit of unity and celebration, and how we would like the citizens of the world to interact and celebrate their diversity is exhibited in their strength. I would like to start by thanking God Almighty for protecting and providing for all of us throughout all these years. And I would like to thank my parents and my siblings, all 5 of us. I want to thank my big sister who paved the way for all of us. I want to thank my twin sister that's sitting right there. And I would also like to thank my 2 annoying younger brothers, Barney and Bussell, who's over there too. And thank you to all my family, to all of my friends sitting down below. And thank you to the teachers, just thank you to everybody for contributing to everything that is all of our success. I'd like to say Mwao to my grandmother, which is one of the dialects of mid-Nigeria. And I'd also like to thank the guardians and the caretakers, as well as the teachers, who had a positive influence on all of us and played such a vital role in our graduation. I'd also like to thank those who have sacrificed themselves and their safety for a hopeful future. They'll never let us forget that we are in a nation of opportunity, of promise, of education, and of upheld laws. America is a place where many of our parents have immigrated so they can reinvent a better life for ourselves and for the future of their families. So I'd like to thank you. Because of these amazing people in our lives, we have learned that adversity can become a chance to be a better person, whether that is, teaching us lessons so we can become better problem solvers or teaching us the value of money. It always contributes back to helping us become better people. So hopefully we have learned that we need to take full advantage of this opportunity that our parents and other caregivers have given us at this point of our lives. It is in this way that we thank them for their risk and struggle for helping us have an opportunity for a better future. For all of us in the class of 2017, I say thank you to our loved ones for this opportunity. At the beginning of 9th grade, when our teachers and counselors and other academic staff drilled into us the importance of making good grades and really excelling to construct a good platform for which the rest of our high school was to be based upon, I thought of how much I would have to work and learn and become a successful student. Some took that advice to heart and some took it with a grain of salt. But eventually, we learned from this experience, and it is your dedication to your own education and showing up every day and actually learning that we are the keys to one's future success. A lesson that we can take to our post-secondary studies, to wherever else you're going. I believe that everyone has the capacity to learn. It is only your will that can separate you from being the successful person you aspire to be. Education, especially now, is the best way to get ahead in any career or job that you might aspire to take up. This is not only restricted to formal 2 or 4-year formal college learning, but it can take the form of internships, summer programs, and even media, as long as you're learning something new. Your success is not determined by how others see it, but by seeing it within yourself and knowing that you strive to be the very best you can be. I know I say this, but when applied to real life, it's a struggle. I know we all took some L's during this 4 years, but we stand here today as graduates ready for the next chapter in our lives. We all have and prioritize our values and set goals for ourselves. My values center on family, unity, peace, and understanding. The result of what flows from these 4 ideas eventually blossom into a realistic yet optimistic outlook on life, which one I suggest you take while assessing your own life as well. Because especially now, there's so much negativity apparent in our world, given a new set of roadblocks to our future success. But remember that is important to be seen and stand up for what is right, whether by refusing to accept hate and resisting the urge to generalize other groups of people. You can and are making a notable difference in the world. The importance of understanding others and having supportive connections proves that humankind can be wonderful, altruistic, caring, grateful, and joyful. Often people say that this is the world that we live in, but this doesn't mean that we change the world. This means that despite setbacks, we should all be grateful for our lives and remember those we have lost on our journey. Everyone in this auditorium has had struggles, but never forget to see what you do have control over your life and what you should be grateful for. Your life, your health, your senses, your families, and opportunities that are right in front of you. So aside from seriousness, I know it finally feels good to be here. Graduation is usually seen as the day where our sheltered school life is to be withered away and allow us to grow into mature and successful adults, as well as define success by our own terms. And with that, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you in your accomplishment of graduating, and hope there is still more for you to celebrate in the near future. Thank you.
Now, the class of 2017 president, Rebecca Grant, will introduce our valedictorian, Jalila Udubayo.
Good morning, parents, faculty, staff, and students. I would like to say congratulations to the Alief Hastings High School's graduating class of 2017. Before I start, I would first like to thank God for allowing us to be here today and enabling us to accomplish such a large milestone. A big thanks also goes to my family, who has been my main support, as well as every friend and teacher who has positively impacted me throughout my 4 years. This is the last time that I will be addressing our entire class as president. So remember, as our class motto says, that the sky is not the limit if there are footprints on the moon. As a very close friend to our valedictorian, it is an immense honor for me to be introducing her this morning. Jalilat, or Jelly as I call her, is not like your typical academic scholar who studies 24/7 and has no time for others. She devotes much of her time outside of school to volunteering at the Houston Public Library, at Ewens Elementary, and at the Houston SPCA. Now, if I stood up here and listed all of Jelly's accomplishments, I'd be standing up here for hours. But to name a few, Jelly is the current president of our school's National Honor Society, the president of the Superintendent's Academically Talented Scholars Program, winner of a first place award for the Alief ISD Senior Division Science Fair, and winner of a second place award at the Science and Engineering Fair of Houston. She has worked very hard for the entirety of 4 years to now have an astounding 4.65 GPA. When I first met Jalilat, I thought, why is this short girl so weird and quiet? But as I got to know her, I realized that this is actually opposite of the truth. For most of the time, Jalilat is a workaholic. She's loud, passionate, funny, generous, kind, honest, and inspirational. I asked a few of our friends what word they would use to describe Jelly, and they all listed one thing in common, and that word was powerful. But I would describe Jelly much like how DJ Khaled would describe his son Assad. She's a don, she's an icon, she's a mogul. With someone who has accomplished as much as Jelly has, one would think that she would boast about it. But she is actually very meek in everything that she has achieved. What many people also fail to realize is that Jelly is more than just her work. She actually has an amazing sense of humor. When she calls me and I answer the phone, the first thing she says is, "My class president is black, my Lambo is blue." The biggest lesson that Jelly has taught me comes from the great philosopher, Kendrick Lamar. Jelly has taught me how to sit down and be humble. In many ways, Jelly is breaking stereotypes by being a successful Nigerian American student and by being female on top of that. What she has done will pave the way for future African American valedictorians. Jelly may be short, but her impact is large. Now introducing the Alief Hastings High School's 2017 valedictorian, Jalilat Odubayo.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. When I began writing this speech at home, I found myself unable to write. So I tried writing at school, and amazingly enough, it was there at school, surrounded by my peers and friends, as we signed yearbooks and looked as our school year ended, that I found my inspiration. Therefore, this speech is for each and every one of them. So, before these overhead lights begin shining too bright, and we find that Beyonce and Future albums will not always be the answer to life's problems, let us cherish this moment, trust the process, and enjoy the journey. Hastings Class of 2017. First, let me say, we made it! Finally. Man, did those 4 years go by so fast, at least for me. Luckily, we have all grown into capable young adults. This, of course, did not occur overnight, but through a long and testing process. Therefore, we must trust the process. Some of you are probably wondering, what is the process? It is everything all of us have had to experience, face, overcome, and accept up to this very moment. Everyone has their own process. There is no one experience or one way to live or one way to learn. Your process these past 4 years may have included long, hot days spent at school for football practice or volleyball practice or soccer cross country, during the summer especially, just to get that extra edge at district or regionals, all the while acquiring the worst tan lines, I can attest to this, at cross-country practice. Or your process could have included staying indoors to game in hopes of crushing everyone at Gamers Club on Tuesdays after school. Or just taking the summer to do that thing, what is it called? Oh yeah, relaxing. I don't know what that is. And regardless of what you have done, your process now is whatever you make it. It cannot be rushed, only experienced. Therefore, all we can do now is enjoy the journey. What will the journey be, you ask? I don't know, trust the process. And when we come to face obstacles, overcome them, rise to the occasion, like we always do, Hastings Class of 2017. Enjoy the little things. Count your blessings. Keep friends who will brighten up your days on the cloudiest of them all. My friends did just that for me every time I felt down. I would sit at our usual lunch table in North House and feel so relieved and grateful for their presences. So, Victor, T, Princess, Genesis, Aurelie, V, Sarah Cruz, thank you for that, really. And so no matter what happens, remember, obviously, there's always something to be grateful for or to be looked forward to. Like, for example, home-cooked meals when you come back from being a broke college student, the familiarity of being home, and of course, a new Frank Ocean album. And being that few of us go on our journeys alone, we must remember and seek those who will support us in our aspirations. So, seek and accept guidance. I'm sure we all owe many thanks to those who have helped us get to where we are right now. Therefore, I would like to take a moment to thank a few of many educators in my life. To Mr. Mark Warren, I know you're not here right now, but thank you for always challenging me, humbling me, and feeding me, because I was a hungry child. To Coach Van Dusen, Mrs. Stat, Mrs. Hollander, Mr. Sinclair, Ms. Durson, and Mrs. Walker for helping me reach and surpass my potential by challenging my abilities. To Ms. King, Mrs. Salinas, and Mrs. Peters for responding to every email, there were a lot, and requests with enthusiasm and willingness to help. To Miss Zandelin Wright, for being my mentor, my homegirl. You are the best. And finally, a big thank you to both Mrs. Crystal Davis and Mr. Sebastian Moore, for they were really the kickstarters to many of the feats I have been able to accomplish since 9th grade. So thank you for that. And just as educators enrich the high school experience, friends help make growing up just a bit easier. Therefore, special thanks to some of my friends. To Rebecca, our class president, Queena, and Gabrielle, you are truly amazing. You have made my senior year so worthwhile. To V, Aurelie, Princess, Victor, Amna, Sarah Cruz, Chris Baca, Jonathan Blanco, for laughing at my awful jokes and indulging me in my craziness. Please know that even if your name does not appear here, I appreciate your support more than you know. And finally, I extend my deepest thanks to my family, to my sister Esma, for being my unofficial personal therapist and believing in me when I could not do so for myself. To my dad, Mashoud, for always funding my endless projects and reminding me that tough times don't last, tough people do. To my brothers for their endless support, I know you're here in the stands. To my mom for making sure I took care of myself, even at my busiest. To my adopted big sisters, Nagad, Trinicia, and Brandy, thank you. And finally, I would be nothing without the blessings of the Lord. And although our high school experiences varied, as we come to an end, I know we have all come to accept one thing. We all have a right to education. So, invest in yourself. Take risks. Expand your horizons. Exercise kindness. Take chances. Take loans. But hey, if that doesn't work out, forget I said that, okay? And as we all prepare to go our separate ways, be sure to enjoy the process and the journey. Always remember those whose journeys were cut short, like our beloved classmate, Ebony Banks. Whose life is a reminder to us all to make the absolute most of our time we have here. So, be sure to change the world. Don't just add to it. And on that note, I know I've been up here for quite a while now, but I have one last question for you, Alief Hastings class of 2017. So for the last time, whose house? Whose house? Whose house? Goodbye. Thank you all.
At this time, School Board Vice President Rick Moreno will present the Boy School Board Award, and Assistant Secretary Dr. Lily Trong will present the Girl School Board Award.
Good morning, graduating class 2017. Our most outstanding male student is graduating in the top 20 of his class with a 4.3 GPA. He's attended Hicks, Youngblood, Albright, Hastings Ninth Grade Center in his time here in Alief. This young man has been active in several clubs and in teams in high school ranging from the tennis to swimming, from computer science to business professionals of America. He explained the variety of clubs and organizations he participated in on his application for this award by quoting Buddha stating, "Your purpose in life is to find your purpose." He sees all these activities he participated in as what shaped us, a shy, quiet ninth grader, into a person he is today. He believes through his eclectic and diverse mix of activities, he's become a better, more extroverted person, someone he would not have expected to have become when he started at Hastings Ninth Grade Center 4 years ago. As a senior this year, he competed with the Hastings accounting team at the state and participated in the co-op at Shell. It was there at Shell he learned more about chemical engineering with his career he would like to follow after graduating from the University of Texas. Please help me congratulate Harry Cook as our outstanding senior winner. You're on top of me. Thank you.
Can you do both?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lily Trung. I am honored to have the privilege to speak to you today. I know that you all have a bright future. You're probably thinking, how do I know that? I know because I graduated from Hastings High School in 1979. Wherever you go, remember that as a proud graduate of Alief, you have it in you to be successful as long as you never give up. As an Alief alumni, I am very proud of each and every one of you today. Congratulations to all of you. Now, I would like to introduce to you Hastings Female Outstanding Senior. Our first outstanding senior is a young lady who has demonstrated throughout her career in Alief ISD not only a great intellect, but a strong determination to give back to the city and improve the world we live in. She is always trying to improve herself personality, academically, and emotionally. She says she is fueled by the promise of tomorrow. She has always been an excellent student and has won numerous awards in science competitions. She represented the district the summer before her sophomore year as a researcher with Project Jason. She's competed in the 2015 State Science Fair, and she was a bronze medalist in the Sustainable World Energy, Engineering, and Environmental Project. In the community, she's volunteered across the city in several schools, including at UN Elementary with our PALS program. She has attended Alief School her entire life, including Leisman, Youngblood, Kilo, and Hastings Ninth Grade Center. She plans to start school with this fall to study environmental science and public policy in hope of combining her love of science with her passion for improving the world we live in and by working for change. Please join me to congratulate valedictorian Jalila Odubayo. Hastings.
Go forward so they can take your photo. Go forward, okay? Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congratulations to both Harry and Jalila. We are very proud of these two students and believe that they are great representatives for the entire class of 2017. Among the class of 2017, we have 36 summa cum laude graduates who have a 4.0 or better. We have 76 cum laude graduates. This year, and during their 4 years here at Hastings, in the Visual Arts Department, our Bears showed their exceptional talents, winning silver and gold key winners in Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. We had 68 gold medals awarded at Regional VASE, 4 gold medals at state, and 1 gold key award representing top 100 artworks in the state. There were first place winners in the ATPI annual photo shoot and the Dick Blick National Mixed Media Contest and the NASCO Sketchables Contest. We also have a student who won, his artwork is now being on display in Congressional Al Green's art contest, winning an art contest for the congressman. It'll be on display all year in the congressman's office. Finally, we had a first place winner in the ceramics category at the annual art contest sponsored by UH Downtown. Our journalism students have received advanced awards for student life photography and the Texas Association of Journalism Educators. Our yearbook, received 8 awards in 8 categories for their work on 2016 and 2017 yearbooks and newspaper. And the Fairfax newspaper received a distinguished merit rating from ILPC. Our student council has received 3 state awards this spring from the Texas Association of Student Councils for outstanding achievement, including awards in Outstanding Student Council, Pride and Patriotism Award, and a Community Service Award. These awards indicate that we have a student council in the top 20% of the state. This year, the Hastings Speech and Debate team continued its tradition of excellence as the team competed in 26 tournaments on the regional and state and national levels. We even have, in June, our team captain in your senior class, Rebecca Grant, will finish off the year by competing at the Speech and Debate National Tournament in Birmingham, Alabama, in original oratory. Once again, the Big Bear Band was again the pride of Alief ISD with over 200 members and had one of its most successful years. The Big Bear Marching Band started off the year by receiving straight 1s at UIL marching competition and advanced to area. This is the 2nd year in a row the marching band has received straight 1s. The marching band also received first place at the Battle of the Barry marching competition here at the Barry Center. The Hastings Wind Ensemble, the varsity concert band, also received straight 1s at UIL concert and sight reading competition, and this is the 6th year the Wind Ensemble has received sweepstakes at UIL. They are the only band in Alief to receive this distinction. The jazz band received first place in the Waltrip Jazz Festival and also winning Outstanding Rhythm section of the day. And the jazz band went on to win first place at the Blend contest. We even have a member of the band, tuba player Christian Gutierrez, who made all-state band for his 2nd year. And the inline drum line was promoted to Scholastic A class in the TCGC circuit, where they placed 2nd at the Dawson Show and 3rd at the Tompkins Show. They placed 7th at the state competition. The Hastings High School Choir Program has a senior advanced to regionals in the TMEA all-state choir process, and the varsity treble concert participated in UIL and sight reading. This year, the Golden Brigade was invited to perform at Rice University and the Houston Rockets halftime, and the Brigade dancers performed at halftime of a Houston, Texas game. The Crowd Pleaser State Championship in Sci-Fair, the Golden Brigade came away with Super Sweepstakes, Texas State Champion in Classic Kick, Palm, and Military, and Judges Awards for Outstanding Performance, Quality, and Choreography in Palm. The academic UIL team competed. The students placed in the top 6 in the district meet in accounting, ready writing, poetry interpretation, and all 4 journalism events, as well as copy editing. The accounting team was a district champion and advanced to regionals. And in athletics this year, the year started strong as several young men and ladies qualified for regionals in cross country, and the girls varsity basketball team made the playoffs again this year after winning 28 games in the regular season and being ranked as high as number 3 in the Houston area and number 15 in state. Special commendation to senior Kaylee Valentine, who was named as Houston All-Star and was named to the All-Region team. The boys soccer team also qualified for the state playoffs and won their first playoff game before falling in the second round. And we had several track and field students, swimmers, and divers also advance to regionals. As well as several of our student athletes have been offered scholarships to continue their athletic careers at the next level. More importantly, this class is prepared financially to extend their education by being awarded financial aid and grants totaling over $22 million this year to date. Our class of 2017, over the past 4 years, you've been asked to always give your 100% towards accomplishing your academic goals and to get connected to Hastings High School in some activity. I stand here before you to say the class of 2017 has reached the level of excellence we expect. I say to the graduates here this morning, remember to always follow your passion, to always set goals throughout your life, and always do what energizes you. I ask that you continue to make extraordinary your new ordinary. Finally, I've asked you for the last 4 years, some of you had me at Albright for 6 years, to choose your attitude and to remember to make every day great or not, because the choice is always yours. So starting today as graduates, I challenge you to make each and every day from this point great. High school class of 2017, Hastings High School, please rise at this time. Mr. Chambers, members of the board, I am pleased to certify that the class of 2017 graduating seniors of Hastings High School have completed all requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Texas and the Alief Independent School District. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the right. Graduates, you may now be seated. Graduates and your families, please be respectful to all the graduates as they walk across the stage. Each person in the graduating class and their family deserves to hear their name read. Today, our graduates' names will be read by 4 of our Hastings teachers that were selected: Melissa Lopez, David Sinclair, Benjamin Zirkle, and Coleman Wands. At this time, we will award our first diplomas to those students who are graduating with the highest honors by being ranked in the top 10 of this year's class. At this time, you guys, just go down here on the ramp. Go find your line. Then, you'll start with the top 10. You ready to go?
Jalila Odubayo, Zubaida Agbula, Catherine Tyler, Jasmine Nicole Pena, Sonia Vong, Sadia Agbula, Janaya Acacia Shepard, Diana Anais Zapata, Eloisa Karen Cortinas, Genesis Gabriela Batres Ramirez, 5%. Our next group of diplomas are for our magna cum laude graduates who graduated in the top 10% of this class with a 4.0 GPA or higher. Diamond Simone Alexander. David Daniel Alvarez. Jennifer Aranda. Lun Sin. Allison Dang. Dui Duke Din. Nan Chan Tin Do. Rebecca Grant. Kaylin Banesso Hernandez. Hafisa Abeni Ayodele Kadri. Harry Cook. Jawan James McGee. Jennifer Carolina Martinez. Sana Fatma Meki. Zi Yong Miao. Grace Kim Nguyen. T. Huang Nguyen. Christina Abimola Ojilade. Sukariba Folushade Oku. Princess Jolade Jame Owatade. Sebastian Everardo Rodriguez. Elizabeth Salazar. Amna Tanvir. Lin Mi Chan. Marco Antonio Trejo. Top 15? Top 10?
Anthony Ajeo Jr.
Our next group of diplomas are for our cum laude graduates who graduated in the top 15% of this class. Mariam Ismail Albasaz. Betsebe Alfaro. Daisy Anchondo. Mina Yasmin Ashwood. Christopher Baca. Alexander Baldovinos. David DeAndre Bates. Jonathan Evelio Blanco. Mohammed Adil Chaudhry. Wendy Melissa Cruz Sanchez. Ariana Deja Duke. Ashley Egenti. Ozioma Sydney Eze. Victor Gary West Galicia. Francisco Giron. Natalie Ann Goff. Nicole Judith Goff. Harmon Graywall. Christian Alexander Gutierrez. Oscar Orlando Hernandez. Monica Stephanie Herrera. Kimberly Chang Hong. Chang Li Min Huang. Tiana Jalissa John. Brittany Ann Johnson. Flavia Paula Kibinda Tamayo. Lin Yen Lee. Lisa Lee. Chimeng Liang. Janice Ladora Linton Piper. Angie Denise Lopez Pastor. Anthony Luna. Desiree Tracy Mabonga. Andrea Marin. Gabrielle Lanche McCormick. Victor Manuel Moreno, Jr. Jamil Oscar Mueller. Kan Nguyen. Chike Paul Okweba. Shalom Toluane Oyebode. Victor Manuel Pacheco Martinez. Daniela Michelle Paredes Medina. Sienna Byung Pearson. Brandon Trim Pham. Tam Duan Pham. Gracia Pina. Alicia Kamar. Dahlia Marie Ramos. Allison Anai Rendon. Briseida Michelle Reyes. Tatiana Saavedra Torres. Nicole Esperanza Sagredo Gonzalez. David Saldivar. Saeed Ishraq Shadman. Jeffrey Joseph Shorter Jr. Adaris Sakaris Rodriguez. Mariana Loretta Spencer. Brandon Ying Tong. Kwa An Tong. Maria Lisette Torres. Kevin Huang Tran. Tu Vu Min Tran. Thomas Pham Trin. Marisol Valencia. David Van. Jocelyn Jasmine Vargas Lopez. Lorenzo Antonio Vasquez. Peter Fong Vo. Tyler Cellier Walker. Jasmine Denise Williams. Rama Mohamed Yosef. Irankunda Zuena. And now we will award our remaining graduates their diplomas. Wendy Elizabeth Quijano Ruiz. Kalaya Javon Harris. Samuel Jerome Washington. Celeste Consuelo Montez. Calvin Kong Ha. Raymond Luis Soto. Anthony Leon Lenzi Jr. Emmanuel Nelson Ubani. Diego Fernando Sanchez. Blanca Flor Abundes. Luis Mario Abundes. Wasim Abu Ramadan. Lorinda Rain Acevedo. Ezine Uchene Achebe. Dianira Del Carmen Acuña. Maxwell DeAndre Adade. Daniel Montano Adej-Benro. Olayinka Teslim Adej-Boyega. Olaniran Ebunoloa Adekunle. Oluashina Adekunle. Zarmina Adil. Gregory Ajewoda. Ogene Renano Joshua Adolor. Genesis Aguilar. Luis Ronaldo Aguilar. Aleika Agali Aguilera. Fiore Aguilera. Kimberly Ashley Aguirre Ramos. Mavis Ahiaku. Ramoda Yatunde Ajani. Andy Rolando Apakaha. Ayowalemi Akinyamoju. Gianni Blanques Aldape. Daisy Anai Alejo. Damian Renard Alexander Jr. Trinessa Octavia Alexander. Judith Ruby Alvarado. Yesenia Esmeralda Alvarado. Samantha Lisette Amaya. Carlos Benjamin Andrade. Jeremiah Anyakwu. Daisy Aquino Perez. Zenia Guadalupe Araniva Giron. Lijai Yvette Arsenault. Beatrice Ariano. Marco Antonio Areola. Jose Ramon Arteaga Jr. Chidera Deborah Arubalezi. Maritza Giselle Arzate. Vanessa Arzate. Jocelyn Vanessa Asensio. Jose Avila. Oluagbena Oluwaseme Ayomoni. Mireya Arianet Aviles. Yvette Aviles Mena. Caroline Alaba Awe. Luma Adel Awene. Elijah Darius Kevon Bailey. Michael Bakare. Jessica Minerva Balderas. Michael Babatunde Mamtifa. Demetrius Glenn Banks. Ebony Jazia Banks. Diana Esperanza Barahona. Joshua Terrell Bearfield. Jaquise Tanai Barnett. Robert Anthony Barrera. Spencer James Barrett. Gamachu Datu Bato. Jonathan Bowie. Jonathan Alejandro Bayardo. Jesus Bello. Areli Giovanna Belmonte. David Ivan Belmonte. Vilma Omari Benedict. Andy Joel Benitez. Ashley Benitez. Eric Benitez. Juan Ramon Bermudez Maravilla. Alicia Sumbe Bernard. Ariel Armoni Biagoshi. Alexis Brianna Blackwell. Asia Tishan Blanks Knox. Charday Monet Blevins. Xavier Montel Boyd. Jennifer Bravo. Tajanique Lachey Brooks. Alasia Charday Brousseau. Johan Matthew Buisa. Christian Omar Burgos. Emily Bustillo. Jacoby Kamal Butler.
Manuel Winston Byram. Edgar Cabrera. Elizabeth Callejas. Jennifer Camacho Garcia. Alexander Campos. Lila Marie Cardenas. Carlos Alexander Cardona. Daniel Angel Carino. Jasmine Janae Carmichael. Tyara Simone Carter. Juan Francisco Castillo. Melissa Castillo. Edgar Pascual Castro. Jonathan Castro. Luis Angel Cecilio. Miguel Angel Cecilios Juniors. Rosa Maria Cedillos. Marjorie Jocelyn Batista. Marvin Odonis Chacon Garcia. Edith Karina Shagoya. Brenda Naite Chaparro. Yaneth Esmeralda Chicas. P. Chid. Courtney Dionrai Clark. Mark Anthony Contreras. Francisco Coronado III. Miracle Janae Crawford. Jonathan Cruz. Sarah Cruz. Yulisa Cruz. Jesse Kevin Cruz Meza. Giovanni Cruz Perez. Felix Giovanni Cuellar Montoya. Jacmai Dacius. Too fast. Dustin Dang. Lan T. Mi Dang. Precious Tolowanimi Dasalu. Adriana Marie Davis. Cedric Khalil Davis Crumpton. Noeli De La Rosa Ruiz. Wolfido Giovanni De Leon Ramos. Crystal De Paz. Kami Deba. Matthew Tyler Degollado. Manuela Mereni Del Cid Barrios. Stephanie Angelique Del Cid. Christian Gomez Delgado. Vanessa Delgado. Javon Lee Deon. Christian Diaz. Haley Alexis Diaz. Brian Alejandro Dominguez. David Dominguez. Catherine Vanessa Dominguez Escamilla. Kaylon Kevon Doherty. Flavia Duarte. Mary Duke. Miragilda Duque Paneda. Asante Duwa. Lennox Allen Eaglin. Chelsea Cheneyenwa Ijenti. Nicole Ngozi Ijenti. Olukemi Esimeme Ihidiemen. Celeste Stephen Ekasa. Ahmed Majed Al-Razouk. Vanessa Mitchell Enamorado Maldonado. Angel Esteban II. Javier Esteban Aguilar. Everardo Estrada. Quina Enieti Eo. Jonah Ikechukwu Eze. Michael Aderachukwunma Eze. Stanley Chukwu-Ebuka Eze. Hassan Fayas. Laura Angelica Fernandez. Adaya Flint. Alexander Flores. Lauren Lisette Flores. Shakira Chanel Flores. Rodrigo Samuel Flores Ventura. George Anthony Forbes. Stephen Alexander Forbes. Robin Shanae Fowler. Asia Janae Franklin. Jaquacia Mariah Franklin. Willie Gabriel Jarrell Franklin Jr. Dylan Joanne Frazier. Asia Javante Fryer. Alexis Antonio Fuentes Jr. Patrick Dionisio Fuentes. Evania Natalie Funes Guevara. Craig Anthony Gallion. William Alberto Gade. Cicia Zoraida Garcia. Corina Nicole Garcia. Jacqueline Garcia. Joanna Garcia. Mark Anthony Garcia. Mauricio Jose Garcia. Pablo Garcia. Gustavo Simon Garcia Alvarado. Jose Luis Garcia Ponce. Jasmine Garmendia. Maurice Garrett Jr. Justin Levante George. Kaerica Brianna German. Jennifer Hiron. Taylor Gloud. Gerald Lamont Glover Jr. Juan Pablo Gomez. Yesenia Gomez. Frederick Joan Gonzalez. Fatima Del Carmen Gonzalez. Henry Xavier Gonzalez. Kevin Servando Gonzalez. Heron Gonzalez Paneda. Tyler Robert Douglas Gossi. Shamer Marie Gregory. Adone Armando Guardado Hernandez. Ernesto Alexander Guerrero. Jose Eduardo Guerrero. Alejandro Benicio Guevara. Jesse Emmanuel Guevara Padilla. David Alexander Gutierrez Lachuga. Isjeli Janeth Gutierrez. Mario Gutierrez. Melissa Gutierrez. Vanessa Birlete Gutierrez. Kimberly Marie Gutierrez Membreno. Jose Armando Guzman Rodriguez. Rumi Haji Osman. Anisha Princess Harris. Ernest Leroy Harris Jr. Jakayla Charnay Harris. Rashawn Allen Harris. Alicia Hernandez. Brenda Lisette Hernandez. Cindy Estefany Hernandez. Elizabeth Marie Hernandez. Gerardo Jair Hernandez. Carlos Daniel Hernandez Alcaraz. Antonio Hernandez Sierra. Luis Angel Hernandez Garcia. Jaime Edgardo Hernandez Granados. Marcos Obed Hernandez Mendoza. Nicole Hernandez Salmoron. Esmeralda Lisette Herrera. Nakai Eugene Hill. Briston Tyree Holloway. Mia Angel Holloway. Trayvon Lamont Houston. Liam Drake Howerton. Essence Lachey Hudson. Janice Niaris Hudson. Jalon Devion Hunt. Darren Charles Hunter III. Janitra Janelle Hurst. Ohani Stephen Hurtado. Benita Sierra Hutchins. Hugh Le Trong Nguyen. E Bak Tin Nguyen. Joshua Eomide Ibirapo. Tochukwa Jessica Ifichika. Miguel Iglesias. Medina Iman. Adrian Gennaro Inostroza. Inoma Jordan Omorosa Ekundayo Isibor. Dominique James Jackson. Dondre Demon Jackson. Joshua Malik Jacobs. David Jaimes. Jasmine Jaimes. Vicente Jaimes Jr. Ivana Fautista Jaramillo Montana. Krishana Alici Jaro. Serenia Jasmine Jefferson.
Ahmed Malik Jelks. Malik Ahmad Jenkins. Jorge Geronimo. Tasia Deshawn Johansson. Claxton Johnson. Demariel Johnson. EJ Johnson. Jamichael Tyrell Johnson. Jazzy Unique Johnson. Kobe Latrell Johnson. Tyrone Johnson. Jaslyn Patrice Jones. Roberto Carlos Jovel. Rushdie Karn. Luke Keir. Prince Knight. Sergio Hernandez. Waishita Landry. Giovanni Lang. Daniel Langley. Estefania Lara. Moises Lara. Stephanie Lara. Alan Lazo. Sanaya Lee. Kiera Giselle Limes Morales. Gerardo Arturo León Pereira. Janae Ashley Linden. Javian DeCaris London. Rolinda Long. Andy Josue Lopez. Eric Rolando Lopez. Jesus Tomas Lopez. Judith Elizabeth Lopez. Carlos Amid Lopez. Jason Alexis Lopez Molina. Milton Lovo. Amy Lovos. Kong Kuk Lu. Tammy Tran. Malik Damon Luster. Nicole Macaria. Claudia Manchuca. Raul Manchuca. Jaime Rafael Madlam Espinosa. Yesbera Madam. Kat Mai. John Thomas Meyerhofer. Joanna Maldonado. Marvin Alberto Maldonado Reyes. Bashar Malik. Jolina Liza Marty Mancao. Angel Gabriel Marquez. Edward Martin. Diana Martinez. Nicole Guadalupe Martinez. Jessica Jeanette Martinez Salcedo. Bijan Christian Mashi. Christian Alexandria Patrice Massey. Catherine Elizabeth Mata Mendoza. Esmeralda Cristal Mazzini. Simeon McBride. Destiny McCarter. Marissa Ventrice McLean. Shania Darche McKnight. David Kobe McLeish. Isaac Leon McNeil. Ashley Medrano. Daniela Lizeth Medrano. Pray Meh. Zaidi Melgarejo Galvan. Jennifer Cristal Mendez. Jennifer Zeta Mendez Serrano. Gerardo Hector Mendoza. Jacqueline Mendoza. Marcelo Mendoza Ruiz Jr. Levante Merrick. Alejandro Meza. Paola Yolanda Meza. Marcela Aisha Miller. Guillermo Andres Molina. Jordan Miller. Guillermo. Marvin Orlando Molina. Noe Danielle Molina. Alejandra Yovef Molina. Baindu Momo. Naaman. Glenda Miroslava Montes. Celine Elaine Montiel. Jose Diego Monzon Benitez. Sade Renee Moore. Alex Morales. Melissa Morales. Paola Morales. Yaneth Irene Morales. Nixia Alexandra Morales Posados. Brandon Sebastian Moreno. Gloria Stephanie Moreno Aldana. Jesus Moreno Morales. Vicanisha Raynell Morgan. Amber Dion Morris. LaDeja Monique Morris. Larry Alexander Moses. Aileen Jaylyn Mosquera. Jonathan Eric Mueller. John Taven Munge. Janet Cynthia Munoz. Victor Emmanuel Murillo Galvez. Edvis Napoles Bordes. Adele Nassar. Elizabeth Navarrete Argomude. Alexis Norell Newsom. Brandon? No. Duck Wynn. Gina Wynn. We Win. Joanna Wynn. Joseph Van Wynn. Joshua Van Wynn. Michael Wynn. Nee Wynn. Stephanie Wynn. Tran Wynn. Trit Wynn. V. Nye. Shantari Niyankuru. Monica Inkem. Levante Nolan. Laisha Chavez. Cindy Nawauze. Fernando Ochoa. Angelua Odebe. Samson Odo. Precious Ogini. Cynthia Ogu. Victor Ogunsakin. Irvin Ojemwada. Esther Ojo. Obiodan Okeyode. Raymond Okonwok. Brianna Okwar. Celine Okusogu. Paola Oliveres. Te Olotu. Oluwayemi Olususu. Topi Omodel. Victoria Oyiwenyi. Aun U. Yaelin Orantes. Juan Ordonez. Cecilia Oris. Giselle Ortega. Jonathan Ortega. Ariana Paola Ortiz. Obianjua Owutu. Oguchi Owutu. Rodolfo Pacheco. Rebecca Padron.
Jonathan Ronaldo Palamo. Seaway Payne. Brian Alexander Paxton. Alexa Ariana Paniche. Simone Danae Penn. Geraldine Padermo. Cecilia Nayeli Piera. Rebecca Jeanette Piera. Natalia Perez. Daniels Leonidas Perez Morales. Kevin Lee Fan. Destiny Cheyenne Felice Pacon. Guadalupe Piatto. Evelyn Tatiana Pineda. Daniel Perez. Cameron Deloney Pliez. Bryce Christian Pleasant. Cameron Perez. Chandra Prockrell. Kevin Francisco Ponce. Marvin David Portillo Villanueva. Janae Lauren Prince. Jonathan Pineda Soto. Jessica Elizabeth Pulaski. Matthew DeAndre Purvis. Noman Ahmed Quadri. Rayhan Ahmed Quadri. Dylan Marshall Quash. Ryan Spencer Quash. Satali Quevedo. Jonathan Alexander Quintanilla. Danlis Rosette Blanco. Daniel Alejandro Ramirez. Evelyn Paola Ramirez Maldonado. Raciel Ramirez Rodriguez. Jonathan Alexander Ramos. Estefania Rangel. Alvin Anthony Ranson Jr. Cristal Justine Reeves. Claude Ray. Ana Gabriela Renderos. Steve Alberto Rentera. Raymond Rhodes. Jameer Patrick Richardson. Javier Ray Richardson. Brenda Rijos. Sandra Nicole Rios. Walter Jose Rivera. Hiram Moses Rivera Salcido. Kenya Dalia Rivera Savala. Ashley Danae Roberts. Esther Abigail Robledo. Zian Omar Roches. Jennifer Rodriguez. Jonathan Rodriguez. Noah Neftali Rodriguez. Jose Manuel Rodriguez Chavez. Eileen Elite Rodriguez Herrera. Camila Natalie Rodriguez Perez. Donna Marie Rojas. Natalia Jasmine Rojas.
Speed it up, we only have 10 minutes.
Stephanie Guadalupe Rojas. Shakiria Ochan Romero. Elizabeth Rosales. Alexis Nicole Rosas. Maria Del Rocio Rosas. Daniel Alberto Ruiz. Malahi A. Ruiz. Zenaida Osamara Ruiz. Fernando Sanz Hernandez. Jonathan Solis. Fola Denzel Soloway. Stephanie Sampiero. Brianna Nicole Samuel. Maria Guadalupe Sanchez Velasquez. Ariana Sanchez Oliveira. Gerson Osiel Sandoval Diaz. Oh, slow down. Okay, Badia Sani. Francia Mariel Santos. Francis Santos. Jafet Nathaniel Santos. Leonardo Farid Santos Rosales. Christopher Daniel Savage. Jason Denise Sayer. Brandon Javier Cezo. Tavion Leandre Scott. Mohammed Shakir Shirzad. Zanat Shirzad.
Slow down a bit.
Okay. Idris Sheedy. Brandon Sierra. Brian Sierra. Jonathan Raul Sierra Oliveros. Alejandra Mary Seguin. Kennedy Kishan Simon. Journey Kiesson Smith. Aya Nicole Solomon. Marvin Alexander Song. Angel De Jesus Sosa. Michelle Soto. Luis Gerardo Sosa Escamillo. Jennifer Paolo Soto Martinez. Ashu Tusamano. Jamil Najim Stanton. Kiera Nicole Stevens. Joshua Isaiah Strange. Adekunle Suleiman. Charles Lamar Tate Jr. Luis Alessandro Tayam Salazar. Paris Samaras Diaz. Blue Diamond Thomas. Gia LeKay Thomas. Mia Krishon Thomas. Nikki Susan Thomas, Darren Yambo Tianco, Kendall Hee Tong, Janice Lene Tehran, Luisa Gabriela Torres, Annie Phuong Tran, Lac Gia Tran, Jessica Paola Tunches, Wara Isha Ture, Lily Ubani Akoma, Olivia Oguchukuwu, Edgar Adrian Umana Lopez, Alvaro Josue Yumanzo Salmaran, Franklin Chibuzi Uzeki, Leslie Emily Valdez, Luis Diego Valdez, Kaylee Artavia Valentine, Kiera Dene Valerie, Lourdes Jalen Vargas, Madeline Vargas, Paula Vargas, Alexis Vargas, Jose Omar Vasquez Guzman, Shunta Michelle Vaughn, Martin Guadalupe Vasquez, Victor Manuel Vasquez, Flavio Velasquez, Natalie M. Velasquez, Abigail Erica Velasquez, Lisbeth Moreno Vences, Desiree Leanne Vise, Ni A Nakven, Yesenia Francis Villafuerte, Jose Alberto Villa Gomez, Mark Anthony Villalobos, Sonia Stephanie Villalobos, Wendy Marisol Villata, Jessica Villamar, Javier Ernesto Villanueva, Joseph Michael Villatoro, Aurelie Jasmine Villegas Barnaby, Golden Junior Vieira, Jimmy Tan Vo, V Min Vo, Ha Duck Vu, Chuck Lung Wei, Joshua Kalo Washington, Arthur Lamarquise Watkins III, Letitia Elise Watkins, Putris Watson, Erica Samantha Watts, Joshua Tyrese Webster, Brad Edward White, Jasmine Nicole White, Sierra Cheyenne Wilkerson, Chelsea Aaron Williams, Emerald Danielle Williams, Giovanni Jacori Williams, Elisa Rachel Wolf, Keandra Deshelle Word, Brandon Darnell Wright, Deshae Donita White, Destiny Simone Wright, Yahaya Skam Yakubu, Jaravian Kelso York Palmer, Sensuri Deshaun Young, Munir Muhammad Youssef, Fernando Rodriguez Aldana, Jesus Zamora Jr., Angela Yanez Satino, Leslie Marie Zuniga, Morella Quiros, Jade Edward Sterling, Xiomaro Jasmine Lopez, Tran Ann Lee Pham, Namdi Daniel Udicoro, Rosie Azela Nazaro Robeles, Miguel Akia Maldonado, Gustavo Baltazar Carucci, Nisha O. Iladagwe, Derek Alonzo Need Jr., Joseph Jackson Jr., Kechi Petronila Maria Nakajuzzi, Brenda Sofia Gonzalez Flores, Yanel Premier Jimenez, Kenayuzi Arialo Palestino, Cristobal Eriferi Okarudu, Victoria Shanae Zegbo, Elizabeth Corona, Indonesia Makira Bird, and Trung Tan Cao.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an outstanding group of young men and women. Please join me one more time with a big round of applause congratulating the class of 2017. Will everyone please rise for the alma mater and benediction. The benediction will be given by Class Secretary Gabriel McCormick. Please remain standing for the recessional.
Dear Heavenly Father, we stand gathered here before you one last time as a class of 2017. We thank you for all the prominent figures in our life that pushed us to succeed. Thank you for all the teachers, administrators, and mentors that work to see us improve throughout every year of our education. We thank you for those who helped mold us into the people we are today and adults we aspire to be in the future. Thank you for the sacrifices made by our loved ones who gifted us with unconditional love, understanding, and support, all of which have brought us to where we are today. We thank you for our classmates that couldn't be here with us today, and thank you for the time we were blessed to have spent with them, particularly Ebony Banks. We thank you for allowing us to have such an influential, optimistic, and loving force in our lives. She never let up with her battle with cancer, and she demonstrated to us the importance of never giving up, of always fighting to accomplish our goals despite the adversity we may face, and celebrate life in the present. Although she's not here right now, I know she is with us, guiding us and pulling us in the right direction. She will always be in our hearts. We thank you for granting us the guidance to now realize our own ability to persevere, and for giving us the courage and endurance to push through any barriers that stand in our way in the future. Finally, Heavenly Father, I ask that you stand with us to keep us safe in your hands, continue to glorify and absolve us so that when we step into our futures, bound with prosperity, love, and good health. Bless up and amen.
Graduates, please face the outside of your row and remember, you are the class of 2017.